I am a newly minted MOA. I started following TXT this year, just this year. I have listened to most of their discography. Some of their songs are already in my playlist, and they are one of the best out there. Not just in fourth generation, but one of the best in general. So I purposely haven't listened to the song or watched the MV because I wanted to do this reaction video, and I'm very excited, so let's get to it. Nice jeans. Road trip. So I heard that the riff was actually recorded using Keith Richards' guitar, but okay. So I did hear that the riff was created, that they recorded. So Scooter Braun, when HYB bought Ithaca Holdings, Scooter Braun actually gave Bang Shi-hyuk a gift, a guitar that used to be owned by Keith Richards from Rolling Stone, and that's what they used to record the song. So that's a nice piece of information. But anyway, I've always believed, and many other musicians believe, that if you can, a great song is a great song regardless of how bare the instruments are. So if it is a great song, you will be able to play it with nothing but a guitar and the melody, and it will just be as great as with all the layers and all the instruments. And the riff is such a great one for them. And this is the kind of riff, I have a feeling that I haven't listened to the whole song yet, but I have a feeling that this is the kind of riff you can just play through the entire song and not put anything in it, and it would still be as great. So this is an epic. It's an epic riff. Second is that the lyrics so far, the ones that it's 55 seconds. So the lyrics so far, it feels like it's a verbal translation of a graphic scene, like it's they are narrating a movie. That's how it feels like, and that's actually one of the differentiating factors of TXT, but I'll discuss that later. So the song feels like it's telling a story, like it's a movie being translated in a song. I don't know if but I hope I made sense. But yeah, so the lyrics are very strong. I do like it. I did hear some percussion, so it feels like it's a little bit punk rock, which is a deviation from their usual style, which is good because it shows their how prolific they are as performers. Okay, let's go. Bon Joon. So much angst. Taeyeon. I love his voice, by the way. Okay. Let me just finish this. Oh wow. Okay. So the move, it's cinematically, in terms of cinematography, the transition is always abrupt. It's like wide shot, close up, wide shot, close up. It's extreme close up. It's not even just a close up, but it's an extreme close up. Like they would do, if I go back, they would do something big and then transition, and then the next scene would be like, it's a very very big shot of that shows like a huge, like a big place, and then go into a hyper focused zoom, then they would zoom into the eyes or the face. So okay, see that they go, then they go very zoom into very extremely into the face like that. So the cinematography plays with my emotions, like it goes from extreme to extreme, very much like the emotions of the song. It's from one extreme to another, which is also consistent with the beat. It's from one extreme to another. So as a listener and as a viewer of the music video, which feels like a movie, I'm taken. It feels like you know that ride that you go you do, like anchors away is what it's called in the local theme park in the Philippines, where you, like it's a boat and it goes from one extreme to another, that it puts you in knots, like your tummy your internal organs are all in knots because of that extreme sides that you're being thrown into. And that's how it feels here, like as an experience cinematically, it's pulling me into two different extremes. There's always that, and even the title itself, like loser and lover, those feels like those are extremes, opposites, and you're throwing me back and forth. Okay, so there's this line that I like, that a lover with a dollar sign is a loser. And it feels, if you pull back a little, any kind of love that you can put a price into is not love, right? So it's good. I like it. I like his hair here, by the way. See, even see the extreme. Even those scenes are there's again extremes. The lyrics itself. I refuse and then I take it. Right? When you're refusing, you're supposed to just reject it, but then I take it all. And the scene, the Bamboo scene, from him celebrating in front of the camera, just showing himself to the entire world, and then he's being heckled by supposedly his father. So from freedom to oppression in a split second. Even the melody is an extreme. They went run, so it's like a battle cry, right? From run, and then I'm sorry for disrespecting the song. I shouldn't be singing it, even if it's just one. Sorry for that. So it's like la, and then a slower tempo follows that battle cry. So everything points towards that. It's always the extreme. Loser, lover, wide shot to extreme shots, and freedom to oppression. And even the melody is from up, and then you go very subtle, very low. You just gotta, there has never been a single music video that they have done that doesn't feel, that feels sorry, so let me rephrase it. All of the music videos that they've done feels very solid, like every element is thought about, every element has a purpose, every element is there for a purpose. It not a single thing was placed just because, nothing was placed for aesthetics alone. Everything has a reason, everything has a purpose. That's why it feels so solid when they come out with a music video and a song. Why do he keeps on falling from his bed? Oh wow. With okay. Let me did so I know that oh okay, so Yeonjun co-wrote or wrote the rap part, and it's a great rap. Like lyrically, it's great. I love that part when he said that even I would take the fall. Like I wouldn't mind taking the fall with you. When it's with you, the fall is a beautiful experience. Something like that. With you, even a fall is beautiful. So when you're with this person, even what is supposed to be an ugly experience becomes beautiful. So if he wrote this part, I think I remember reading about it that he actually co-wrote or wrote the rap part. It's great. See, I'll gladly sing to the other side for you. Oh, oh, okay. Wait, what's this movie? Same ending. Two women. I forgot the title of the movie, but is it a nudge towards that? So okay, so I think I've mentioned a lot of things already. One is that the song goes from one extreme to another, and it's tying my insides into knots because it's yeah, I'm being thrown into from one corner of the room to another with no time to breathe. So even cinematographically cinematically, like the scenes would go wide shot towards an extreme shot, so they'd show like a very very expansive view of this place and then go zoom into the face or the eyes of one of the TXT members. And lyrically, from Looser to Lover, those are two extremes. The melody itself, from the run part, that feels like they're screaming, and then they go settle down right away to the next line. And so I think that's a very very smart thing to do. The lyrics itself, and this is what I don't like comparing them to BTS because they're just so different, vastly different. But both, because they are from the same company, I think it's inevitable that Big Hit has always been known for carrying a narrative, like creating a universe for their artists. And I think that's really one of the smartest things that they have done, because people latch onto narratives, we latch onto stories, and we latch onto characters and personalities. So it allows fans to sort of latch on it. It allows us to follow a certain narrative. That's one. Number two, they're able to sort of differentiate the character from the personalities. I remember the celebrities. I remember there was somebody who told me that the main difference between Japanese pop and K-pop is that for K-pop, being an idol is a lifestyle, and for Japanese it's a job. And that, so I will not comment on that, the Japanese part, because that's not the purpose of the video. But this, for this, one of the things that Korea, that Big Hit did, was to highly differentiate the characters from the idols. So in their music, they have their own universe, and these are the characters that they play. And it's smart on how they're doing it, because it seems like in every era, the story, the universe changes. But there are continuous elements. So that's one thing that's common between BTS and TXT. They have their own universe, and for every era, the story changes, but there's a continuous thread that connects all the universe. So it feels like you're following, you're still kind of following the same narrative. But what makes TXT different, very, very different from BTS, is that their universe started with a narrative, and that sort of branches out into different ideologies. BTS started with an ideology: love yourself, know yourself, love yourself, speak yourself. So, and then they boiled that down into narratives. TXT is different. So it starts with the narrative. Their base is a story. They would always start with a story, with a narrative, and then they go up to different ideologies. So for this, the video itself and the song itself, it's a story. They're telling a story, and it feels like a movie. And so the lyrics itself feels like a verbal it's the poetry of the imagery. Yeah, the poetry of the imagery. It feels like it's the words equivalent to the image, the story that they were telling. Did I make sense? But that's how it feels like to me. This is a cinematic experience, a cinematic poetry for me. That's what it feels like, this specific music video. Next, I'm very happy that Yeonjun wrote this rap, and I'm very happy that they sort of deviated from their usual. So this is, yeah, I think this is more like punk rock kind of feel, especially the black clothes that they're wearing and stuff. So it's the song itself, the use of those two extremes and putting them together, lover inducer. I think it's very smart, the way that they have put together this ugly imagery, but they added one element of love, and it's not necessarily, according to the imagery, it's not necessarily a romantic love, but just love, having found somebody that the company that you keep, the family that you have, and the friendships and the relationships that you have, because of this people, all this ugly experiences that you have actually becomes beautiful. They make a difference. They make everything different for you. I like it. So I'm very excited actually to see their growth, to finally be joining the boat in experiencing and watching their growth. Looking forward to more from them.